The Nobel stag. As we all know, King Brahmadatta of Banaras was extremely fond of hunting. Fond means to like. Luckily for him, on the outskirts of the city was a huge forest filled with deer. Outskirt means the outer parts of a city or town. Among them, there was a mighty stag. One fine day, the king had gone hunting with his courtiers. Courtiers means persons at the court of a king. He told his courtiers, if you allow even a single deer to escape, I will punish you severely. So the courtiers formed a tight circle from which no deer could escape. Escape means run away. Then they began to beat their sticks on the ground to frighten the deer hiding in the bushes and to make them run. The only way out of their circle was through a small clearing where the king stood ready with his bow and arrows. The courtiers were beating their sticks on the ground and shouting when suddenly a stag leaped out of a thicket. Stag means a male deer. Leap means jumped. Thicket means thick growth of shrubs or plants. The stag saw that the king was standing in the way. So he looked the king straight in the eye and made a dash towards him. Made a dash towards him means run suddenly and quickly towards king. The king was taken aback and shot an arrow towards the stag hurriedly. Taken aback means to make us jump back in surprise. Of course, it missed the mark, but the stag rolled over. Rolled over means to fall forward along a surface. It has excellent instincts and is extremely good at dodging arrows, whether shot at from the back, front, or even the top. Instincts means inborn way skills. Dodging means moving aside quickly to avoid an arrow. If an arrow is aimed at its belly, it pretends to roll over and then jumps up and runs once the danger has passed. Pretends means to act like. So when this stag rolled over, the king thought that his arrow had found its mark. Found it mark means to hit a target, that is the male deer. He lowered his bow and began to walk towards the stag. But the stag suddenly jumped up and shot past the men. Shot past means to move quickly. When the courtiers realized that the king had been mistaken, they started to laugh. Mistaken means miss the target. Now the king thought himself to be an excellent marksman and could not bear the taunts of his men. Marksman means a person perfect hunting a target. Taunts means teasing. He grabbed his sword and set off into the forest in order to catch the stag. Grab means to snatch. He chased the stag for quite a while and covered a long distance. Chase means to run behind, means king started running behind the stag. Quite a while means for some time. The stag came upon a hole in the ground that was covered by a rotting tree and filled with slime. Slime means thick and slippery liquid substance. From a distance, it could smell the dirty water and so was careful not to run over it. But the king could not sense the pit and fell right into it. Pit means hole. After a while, the stag realized that he was not being followed any longer. He understood that the king had perhaps fallen into the pit. Perhaps means maybe. So the stag went back to the pit and saw the king struggling for his life. Struggling for life means fight to save one's life. The stag felt very sorry for the king. Felt sorry means to feel bad and pity. He decided to save the king's life even though the king was following him with the intention to kill him. Intention means plan. Means king's plan was that to kill the stag, but stag wanted to save king's life. The stag told the king not to worry and to be brave for a while longer. He then caught a huge rock with his hind legs and lowered himself into the pit. Hind legs means two legs at the back of animal's body. The king caught hold of his neck and the stag climbed out onto the level ground and carried the king to safety. Carry to safe means to bring in a safe place. The king thanked the noble stag again and again and asked him to return with him to Banaras, where he could have anything and everything he wants. But the stag did not want anything in return for his help. He just requested the king to rule wisely and well and be kind to animals. To rule wisely means to rule truly. Then the noble stag disappeared into the forest. King Brahmadatta then vowed not to hunt or hurt any animal. Vowed means promise or swear. Thank you.